The A-10 Thunderbolt II is one of the most recognizable military aircraft ever built, and despite being introduced decades ago, it continues to capture the imagination of aviation enthusiasts, military historians, and people fascinated by the power of modern air combat. Known affectionately by pilots and ground troops as the Warthog, the A-10 was designed with a mission unlike almost any other aircraft in the United States Air Force inventory. While many military jets are built for speed, stealth, or air-to-air combat, the A-10 was created for a much more direct purpose, protecting soldiers on the ground and destroying enemy armor in the harshest combat environments imaginable. The story of the A-10 begins during the Cold War, a period when military planners were preparing for the possibility of a massive conflict in Europe. Intelligence reports suggested that the Soviet Union possessed enormous numbers of tanks and armored vehicles capable of advancing across the continent. Military leaders understood that stopping such an offensive would require a specialized aircraft capable of attacking enemy armor at low altitude while surviving intense enemy fire. Existing aircraft were fast and powerful, but they lacked the ability to remain over the battlefield for extended periods and deliver precise support to troops under attack. As a result, engineers began developing a completely new aircraft focused entirely on close air support. Instead of prioritizing speed or appearance, designers focused on durability, firepower, and survivability. Every aspect of the aircraft reflected this mission. The cockpit was protected by a titanium armor structure often referred to as a titanium bathtub because it surrounds the pilot in a protective shell. Critical systems were duplicated to ensure the aircraft could continue flying even after sustaining serious damage. Fuel tanks were protected and designed to reduce the risk of explosions. Flight controls included backup mechanical systems that allowed pilots to maintain control even if hydraulic systems were destroyed. Perhaps the most famous feature of the A-10 is its enormous GAU-8 Avenger cannon. This massive 7-barrel rotary gun dominates the design of the aircraft. In fact, many aviation enthusiasts joke that the airplane was built around the gun rather than the other way around. The cannon fires 30mm armor-piercing rounds at an incredibly high rate. During combat operations, the sound of the weapon became legendary. Ground troops often described hearing the distinctive roar of the cannon moments after rounds had already reached their target because the projectiles travel faster than the speed of sound. This unique characteristic helped create one of the most iconic sounds in military aviation history. When the A-10 first entered service, some critics questioned its unconventional appearance. The aircraft lacked the sleek lines associated with fighter jets. Its engines were mounted high on the fuselage, its wings were broad and straight, and its overall shape emphasized functionality rather than beauty. However, pilots and soldiers quickly learned that what mattered was performance. The aircraft could fly slowly enough to identify targets accurately while remaining stable during attack runs. It could carry a large variety of weapons, including missiles, bombs, rockets, and the famous cannon. Most importantly, it could survive damage that would destroy many other aircraft. The true test of the A-10 came during combat operations. Over the years, the aircraft participated in numerous military conflicts, but its reputation reached legendary status during Operation Desert Storm in 1991. As coalition forces launched a massive campaign to liberate Kuwait, A-10 pilots found themselves operating in an environment filled with armored vehicles, artillery positions, and defensive systems. The aircraft performed exceptionally well, destroying large numbers of enemy tanks, armored personnel carriers, and military equipment. Pilots flew thousands of missions and demonstrated the effectiveness of the aircraft's specialized design. Stories from Desert Storm helped solidify the A-10's place in military history. In many cases, aircraft returned to base despite suffering extensive battle damage. Some landed with large holes in their wings, damaged control surfaces, and systems failures that would have brought down less rugged aircraft. These incidents reinforced confidence in the aircraft's survivability and strengthened its reputation among both pilots and maintenance crews. One of the reasons the A-10 became so beloved by ground troops is its ability to remain over the battlefield for long periods. Unlike fast-moving fighter aircraft that may pass through an area quickly, the A-10 can circle above combat zones while maintaining contact with forces below. This capability allows pilots to respond rapidly when troops encounter unexpected threats. Soldiers often describe the reassurance they feel when they know an A-10 is overhead, ready to provide immediate support if necessary. Close air support is among the most challenging missions in military aviation. Pilots must distinguish friendly forces from enemy forces, often under stressful and rapidly changing conditions. Precision is essential because mistakes can have devastating consequences. The A-10's design makes it particularly effective in this role. Its ability to fly at relatively low speeds provides pilots with excellent visibility and allows for accurate target identification. Combined with advanced targeting systems and experienced crews, the aircraft has become one of the most effective close support platforms ever developed. Throughout the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq, the A-10 continued proving its value. The nature of these conflicts differed significantly from the Cold War scenarios for which the aircraft was originally designed. Instead of large tank formations, pilots frequently engaged smaller targets, insurgent positions, and threats located close to friendly troops. Once again, the aircraft adapted successfully. Ground commanders repeatedly requested A-10 support because of its precision, persistence, and ability to deliver effective firepower while minimizing risk to friendly forces. Many pilots who have flown the aircraft speak about its unique handling characteristics. The A-10 is not the fastest aircraft in the sky, nor is it intended to be. Instead, it offers stability and responsiveness optimized for attack missions. Pilots appreciate the excellent visibility provided by the cockpit, which allows them to maintain awareness of both targets and surrounding terrain. The aircraft's controls are designed to support demanding low-altitude operations where precision is critical. Maintenance crews also play an important role in the A-10's success. The aircraft was designed with maintainability in mind. Components are accessible, repairs can often be performed in challenging conditions, and the overall design emphasizes reliability. This practicality allows the aircraft to maintain high operational readiness even during extended deployments. In military operations, the ability to keep aircraft flying consistently can be just as important as combat performance itself. Over the years, the A-10 received numerous upgrades intended to keep it effective in modern warfare. Advanced avionics, improved targeting systems, enhanced communications equipment, and modern cockpit displays significantly increased the aircraft's capabilities. These upgrades transformed the original Cold War aircraft into a modern combat platform capable of operating alongside advanced military systems. Pilots gained improved situational awareness, better targeting accuracy, and enhanced integration with other forces. Despite its success, the A-10 has faced ongoing debates regarding its future. Military planners continually evaluate how best to allocate resources and prepare for emerging threats. Some argue that newer aircraft equipped with advanced technology can perform many of the same missions. Others contend that no existing aircraft fully replicates the unique combination of survivability, firepower, and close support capability offered by the A-10. This debate has continued for years and reflects broader discussions about the evolving nature of warfare. Supporters of the aircraft often point to its combat record as evidence of its continued relevance. They argue that ground forces consistently value the aircraft because it was specifically designed to support them. The ability to absorb damage, remain on station for extended periods, and deliver accurate firepower remains highly desirable in many combat scenarios. Critics acknowledge these strengths but emphasize the challenges posed by increasingly sophisticated air defense systems that may require different operational approaches. Regardless of where one stands in the debate, there is little disagreement regarding the aircraft's historical significance. Few military aircraft have developed such a strong connection with the troops they support. Stories from soldiers frequently highlight moments when A-10 pilots provided assistance during critical situations. These experiences have contributed to the aircraft's enduring reputation and popularity. The distinctive appearance of the A-10 also contributes to its iconic status. The high-mounted engines reduce vulnerability to foreign object damage during operations from rough airfields. The straight wings provide excellent low-speed performance and maneuverability. The rugged landing gear supports operations from austere locations. Every visible feature serves a practical purpose connected to the aircraft's mission. This emphasis on function over aesthetics has become part of its charm. Public air shows often feature the A-10, and audiences are frequently impressed by its demonstration flights. Watching the aircraft perform tight turns and low-speed maneuvers provides insight into the capabilities that make it so effective in combat. When the aircraft conducts simulated attack runs, spectators gain a greater appreciation for the precision required in close air support missions. The nickname Warthog originally emerged because of the aircraft's unusual appearance. What began as a somewhat humorous comparison eventually became a term of affection. Today, many pilots and aviation fans use the nickname with pride. The aircraft's rugged, no-nonsense design reflects the qualities associated with the animal itself: toughness, resilience, and determination. Technology continues to evolve, and military aviation is entering an era defined by stealth, networking, artificial intelligence, and advanced sensors. Yet the A-10 remains a reminder that effectiveness is not always measured by cutting-edge technology alone. Sometimes a platform succeeds because it performs a specific mission exceptionally well. The aircraft's longevity demonstrates the value of purpose-driven design and the importance of understanding operational requirements. Generations of pilots have flown the A-10, each contributing to its legacy. Training programs emphasize not only technical proficiency but also the responsibility associated with supporting troops in combat. Close air support requires trust between pilots and soldiers, and that trust is built through professionalism, communication, and experience. The A-10 community has cultivated a strong culture centered on these principles. As aviation historians look back on the aircraft's service, they often highlight how unconventional it was compared to contemporary designs. Many aircraft programs pursue multiple missions simultaneously, balancing competing requirements. The A-10 took a different approach. It focused intensely on one mission and optimized nearly every aspect of the design to achieve success in that role. This clarity of purpose helped create one of the most effective close support aircraft ever fielded. Even people with limited interest in military aviation often recognize the A-10 because of its unique silhouette and famous cannon. Videos of the aircraft in action continue attracting millions of viewers online. Documentaries, books, and articles frequently explore its history and achievements. The aircraft has become a cultural symbol representing dedication to protecting troops on the ground. The future may eventually bring the retirement of the A-10 fleet, but its influence on military aviation will remain significant. Lessons learned from decades of operations continue shaping discussions about close air support, aircraft survivability, and battlefield integration. Future systems will undoubtedly incorporate many of the principles that made the A-10 successful. From its origins during the Cold War to its combat service across multiple conflicts, the A-10 Thunderbolt II has established itself as one of the most respected military aircraft in history. Built to survive where others might fail,